The old high school was located on the outskirts of the city, surrounded by an eerie and mysterious atmosphere. The school building itself looked dilapidated, with cracked walls and aged windows. For years, rumors had swirled about terrifying secrets hidden underground, especially about the abandoned changing room behind the gym. No one had dared to enter it in decades. On an otherwise ordinary morning, for students, Ali, Sara, Fahad, and Laila were chatting as they prepared for gym class. Sara brought up the subject of the old changing room that had been locked for years and began recounting the spooky rumors surrounding it. They say there's a cellar beneath the room, and footsteps and strange noises have been heard coming from there at night, Sara said, her voice meant to scare, though she believed every word. Ali, with a sense of curiosity and defiance, suggested the group investigate it for themselves. It was time to find out what was really going on in that place. After school, the four gathered in the now empty school and made their way to the abandoned changing room. It was dark and dusty, the air inside unusually cold despite the warm weather outside. As they wandered around the old room, Layla noticed something odd. There was a small door in the floor, almost invisible beneath layers of dust. "What's this?" she asked, pointing at it. Slowly and with great effort, they pried the door open, revealing an old wooden staircase leading downward. Fear gripped them, but their curiosity was stronger than the sense of danger. They began descending into the cellar. The space was cold and dark, and the walls were covered with strange symbols and drawings they couldn't understand. The atmosphere was filled with dread and mystery, and the deeper they went, the closer they felt to something horrifying. Suddenly, Sara stopped and said, "Do you hear that?" Footsteps echoed behind them, and whispered voices floated through the air. A wave of terror washed over them, but it was too late to turn back now. At the end of the dark corridor, they found an old wooden door. Ali cautiously opened it to reveal a room filled with ancient mirrors and eerie-looking dolls. The moment they stepped inside, their flashlights all went out at once. The dolls began to move slowly. In one of the mirrors, the reflection of a little girl in an old dress appeared, watching them silently. Panic started to grip everyone, but they quickly realized the door they had entered through had slammed shut on its own. The sound of footsteps grew louder, closing in on them. Just as they desperately searched for an exit, the ghost of the old school principal, who had disappeared years ago, suddenly appeared in front of them. His face was pale and terrifying, almost inhuman.